Hi, this is my video number 20 on programming. Alright. So in this video I'll talk on a function with argument and with return value. As we have learned in my previous video that we have a function with argument and no return value. So normally the function with no return value, whatever output that we want to print out, we print in the function. Now if you look at the example in the previous videos, I've explained clearly that the printed argument or the printed sentence we write in the function. All right. Whereas for this case, function with argument and return value, we build a function. We build a function where those function obtain the data from the main program. The main function, the main body of the program. Send the data to the function, process the data in the function, and then those output from that function is bring back to the main function or to the main program, and those values either can be print out or can also be used to do other process. Okay. So if you look at in your notes here, there are some explanation at the beginning there. You can read those things. I just want to focus on the example given down there and try to make a difference between return value and no return value. Okay, the obvious difference for this case, a return value, is that this is the function. This is the function. Okay, the obvious difference is that we have, this is the name of the function mal, and we have the type of that. And remember that for this case we can only return the integer value. We can only return the integer value. For the other value we can do as well, but in this specific case only the integer value. Okay, now if you look at the whole program here, so we call the main, this is the main function, the main program, our main program. Okay, we declare this is our function mal with the brackets. This is our function, we declare it as integer, and AB from the main program, the data AB from the main program, and mal AB, this is the function, our function. Okay, then AB, this value AB will take that value given earlier. Okay, that value given earlier. So now A have a value 2, B have a value 4. So when we call that function, this means we call the function, this mal means we call that function. The compiler goes directly to that function. From there it's jump to that function. Okay, so in this function, we have integer mal. If we don't have a return value, we put void. Now we return value, we put integer. So this type of function, you can see, have the same type in the main, right? We have integer mal. Here we have integer mal. Okay. Now here this is the what we call as a formal argument. This is actual argument. This is formal argument. So this formal argument, or this actual argument we pass to the formal argument, you can use same name AB, you can use different name as well, but the number there must be same. Yeah, this is, so we have two variable there, so we also need two variable there. Cannot be less, cannot be more. Okay, now with that value AB passed into the program, yeah, passed into the function, then the rest we do the process here. A plus B, this is the process, and we assign to another variable y, where this y we consider this as a local variable. This is as a local variable, and return the value y means that whatever value, so what we have here 2 plus 4, so 6 y, the value of y is 6, so return the value of y, which is 6. So which means when we assign mal to a variable named value, so now value has the value 6. So if we print out here, if you print out, we print out the value, so the value here is 6. Yeah, I hope you can understand those things. So that's the difference. Yeah, for this case, if you can of course print this output somewhere inside there, then you don't need what we call this integer. Just put void. So means your program is not written any value. Yeah, you can do that. Yes, print instead of you print the main program, you print inside there. So normally for this kind of case, you can see that in the program or in the function, we don't have a printing operation. Yeah, printing here, prints. Okay, that's one example. Another example. This is in the previous example. We evaluate or we calculate the factorial, yeah, where the outputs of the factorial are written in the function, and then we print the output as well in the function, so that no return value to the main. Okay, no return value to the main. So in this case, look at this example. Integer, so we know that this is a function named calc factorial. All right, type of integer. So this is just to inform the compiler that we have a function called calc factorial. This is the process. Print, enter name, you know these things. Scanf, we insert the value. So in this case, look at that, we insert the value through the screen, your keyboard, in the main program. Okay, so when you compile this program, you run this program, this thing will come up, then you enter the value. Once you enter the value, so it's called our program called the calc factorial number. So this is the actual argument. This actual argument, the value of that actual argument number is referred to the one that we key in. Yeah, 6, 5, whatever it is. Then number have that value. Okay, so now this sentence here, calc factorial and whatever number, okay, is a function. Okay, it's a function. We call this function. This is we call function. So the compiler find this and goes direct to that function. You can see here, this is calc factorial. This is formal argument. So those number and n, so the value number pass into n, and this n will be processed in the function. Okay, so calc factorial type integer, Okay, type integer, not void, but integer. Integer, and this is the process. Down there is just the same. Yeah, down here just the same, except the difference is that we return the value. We have the integer here, and we have return value. What value we want to return? In this case, we want to return the factorial number. So we return the factorial number. We return to that. So this return factorial number return to the cult factorial. So when we call that cult factorial, assign to answer. Now answer has whatever value factorial number has. Okay, so I hope you can understand those things, and print. The rest is just printing process. It's not difficult. It's not difficult, but this function will make our life much easier when solving a complicated problem. Yeah, solving complicated problem. Of course, I can think of to give you a complicated problem, but I think it will be difficult. So we begin with a small program, simple problem, so that you can understand what's going on here. Okay, so here is another example. We refer to example 6 in my notes. So we have what is this example? I think find the maximum minimum of the number AB. Okay, find maximum minimum. Find the biggest of two numbers using function. Okay, so in the previous example, we print the output in the function, but in this example, we want to return that value and print the output in the main. Yeah, in the main program. So the detail is here. We have integer, so largest with nothing in the brackets. So this means this is a function. Okay, this is just a normal variable. Enter, scan. Here we call the largest. Okay, largest AB. Here we scan AB. We scan AB. So this AB that we key in through the keyboard, key in through the keyboard, will pass into that function AB. If you call that largest function, largest, which is there, so AB as a formal argument, that's the actual argument. So this A will be passed into that A, B into passed into that B. Again, for the formal argument, you can use different name, but it will still pass the same value. Okay, now this is the process of finding the largest between two numbers. I think I don't have to go detail on that. Now the important part is that we want to return the largest value. Okay, in this case, if A greater than B, then we assign A to large. Else, which means B greater than A, we assign B to large. So means that the large having the value, the largest value between A and B. So return the value large. Yeah, return the value large. So those large, you go to the largest and go to the main program with the return value, whatever value you have here. Now answer has that value. Then when we print, we just print the answer. You might ask, can we instead of answer here, instead of we write like answer equal to something here, can we put answer put there? I think you can just try run your C. All right, I think can. Yeah, I think can, but just remove that answer, remove that equal. But you need that largest so that you call that, or maybe you can just call largest. Just print that. Could be. I haven't tried. Okay. Then I hope it's clear for now. Yeah, now we have another example where in this case, in this example, we have two functions. Yeah, in example 10, we have two functions. In this example, if you look at the, we have the our function names cult factorial and also input. So we have two function, cult factorial and inputs. So what the difference? Input means we just input what the data is. Cult factorial means we calculate the factorial. Okay, we do the process. Now, if you go to the detail of that programming, so number input, so input is the function. So the compiler, when we compiler see this, it goes directly to that function. So that function, okay, that function inputs. So we have number. So in this case, input has no argument inside, no argument, which means no passing value from the main to the function, but there is return value from the function to the main. Okay. Now inside the function inputs, we enter the number n. So here, scan, you put it in that input in that function as well. Num, return the number num. Yeah, return the number num. So input now has the whatever number that we key in, 5, 6, whatever, and then assign those num, assign those input into number. So number now has the value that you want to key in. Yeah. Then we call factorial cult factorial with the actual argument number. So this number will use whatever number we have here. Yeah, that we input from keyboard here. Okay. Then goes to the cult factorial. You go down. Oh, where is it? The next page. You go down. This is cult factorial. Okay, cult factorial. We call number, here is n as a formal argument, and the rest is how do we do the process. That's a calculate the factorial, and the return the value factorial number, return to cult factorial, and go back to the main program. Here, answer, we assign the cult factorial into answer. All right, and then just print answer. Yeah, whatever your factorial, n or 6 factorial, whatever answer is. Okay, so that's, we have the function with argument and return value. If you look at this example here, there are two cases appear. Okay, the first case is that we have program function that no argument but return value. The second one, we have function that with argument and return value. This one no argument, return value. This one with argument, return value. So two different cases but given the same procedure there. So now specifically we have here function with no argument but a return value. Normally for this case you can do a process where the data we call from that function, or we obtain the data from that function. This is example. Okay, so if you take number here, everything, this is just you have no problem with that. So we take number. Take number is the a function, so goes to that function. So you can see here in that function we just use scan. It means we just read the value, read the data, and then return the value A. Okay, return the value A. So this A, give it to M, then we print out M. Okay, so that the function with no argument but return a value. Now next, look at this function that return multiple values, because there are many cases when we do programming that we need to do or generate a lot of data, and then we need to pass those data into the main program. It's happened very frequently in the programming. Yeah. So look at this example. There is some reading you can read that. Suppose we want to get more information from the function and blah blah. You can read those things. I just explain to you the what's going on in the programming in the example. Okay. So this example, so there's nothing in the beginning, just include and main. Okay, remember that this is, we try to return multiple values. One simple advice is that do not start or do not set yourself this is difficult. No, this is not difficult. The process is just similar. You just call. The main part is that you have a main program. You put open bracket, open curly bracket, close the curly bracket. That's programming. And then when you do the function, also we need open curly bracket and close curly bracket. Okay, the rest is just the same process. You just do, if you want to do addition, you do addition. If you do whatever process, either you want to do it in the main program, or you want to split it into the sub program or call function. You can do. Now back to this example. Now if you look at this, we have integer a b, c, x, y, a, b. Yeah, void calculation. Remember that we return multiple values. This is the purpose of the programming, return the multiple values. So in this case, we have multiple values. So to avoid confusion, instead of we put integer like the previous case, now we just put void. Yeah, and then this is xy. We give as initial value to x and y, and then we call the function names calculation, where xy, whatever xy here, this is the actual argument. This is the actual argument. And then for this ampersand a and ampersand b is that the return value, that the value that we want to return. Now you can see from here that we have more than one variable that need to be used in the main program. I mean, use in the main program means that this AB can be used later. Yeah, you can see here we use AB here after that function, after that call function. I mean, okay. Now in the function, remember that we call that function. This xy we obtained from the main program. So this xy passed into the function with this formal argument mn. Yeah, formal argument nm. And remember that we have total and this refer to the ampersand a, that refer to ampersand b. So this for the return value, this for the passing value from the main to the function. Okay, so you can see from the communication between main program and the function. Okay, so the rest is just the process. And this star here, if you see, we need this star. Yeah, we need this star just to show this is a pointer. I will use word pointer. Remember that I use word pointer here, just to show that this total with pointer star and star, so means that we need to return this value into the main program. Yeah, we need to return the main this value into the main program, where the value that we obtain in the function, we just not assign, but we do the process. Yeah, we just not doing the assign number like read or like we give the initial value, but in this case we do the process. So we have those star there. So if you forget this star, I think the answer will be different. You can try those things. Okay, and then return the value. Now total has whatever value m plus n, and diff also whatever value of m minus n. Return to the main. So if you look at, you can see the prints a and b is a and b, where this a and b are the return value from the function. Now then, if you look at another example here, okay, this is example where, okay, this example where return multiple value, but you can see in the function, this is function fncn ab. We go to function ab, so this ab, a pass to p, b pass to q. So the value pq now is the same as the value of ab, 20 and 30. If you do this, if you look at the difference between this one and the previous one, this one we have that star, that one we don't have that star. So what happened in this case, the compiler will not execute this part. Instead, it just got the same value A20, B20, even after we call that function. Yeah, even if you call that function. So if you look at the output there, the value of AB before the function call is 20 and 30, and after the function call 20, 30, same, because we don't put the star, the pointer. Okay, there is a note down there. Observe that A and B are not exchanged. The right way to do this is, of course, to use pointers. This is what I mentioned earlier, pointers. Okay, so let me finish this video with one last example, just to make that one is correct. Okay, let's read. This is about the use of function. When we pass address to a function, the parameters receiving the address should be pointers. The parameters receiving the address should be parameters. There should be pointers. So the process of calling a function by using pointers to pass the address of the variable is known as call by reference. So the function which is called by reference can change the values of the variable used in the call function. Okay, this is example. Same example with this, yeah, the previous one, but this one you can see the output just the same. This process seems does not give any effect to the value of P and A and B. All right. Now to do this, it's just the same program. You can see it's just the same program, but here function, we have ampersand here. The previous one we don't have ampersand. Now we have ampersand. So it means that if you want to do the process, you want to process the data and so on, you want to return the value, you need that ampersand. You need that ampersand. Okay, call that function. We still void because PQ we return to the main, and we have those pointer star. Yeah, we have those pointer star, and the process continues for the rest of it. And then after that, you can see the output change. Okay, try that out. because this program, it should work, this program should work. You just copy and paste, put it your C compiler and see what happen, and play around with it. You can of course change this prints, printf. You can put it into the function and see what happen. And you can also use this AB, put it in the function instead of now is main. Now put it in the function, so which means we don't have the value to pass to the function. Or you can change this AB using scanf. You can do this thing. So as a conclusion, thus far I have covered function that no return values, no argument and no return values, function with argument and return values, and for today we have function with argument and return values until we do multiple return multiple values. And also in that function we can do some process, whatever process you want to do. Okay, I think I have stopped here for the for this video. For the next we go to that 7.5. Okay, again I think for this week we just go by YouTube. Okay, I just prepared the video. But if you need any further explanation, you are not happy with that, you can always let me know, then we can set up the GM, Google Meet. Okay, for that thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.